So I'm Neil.
Not too much, Kevin. How are you?
Doing great.
Happy to hear.
So, season 3, episode 20. And we have Tina leading us in here. And very special guest, Pam Kaliszewski, Mom. How's it going?
Hi.
You got a microphone on. Make sure you're talking into that. There you go. That should be better.
I know.
Okay.
There you go. Well, thank you for joining us. It's actually, we were calling it your birthday weekend since it was yesterday.
Yes.
And but you are over here today. We're going to celebrate with some chili and some lions and some two dudes and killer tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fun-filled day.
Absolutely. Here we go. And so, one, thank you for all your support with 2Ds and everything else. Right from the start, you always thought it was a good idea, and you actually encouraged me to do it. And even as we're talking today, like you said, you just got to keep pushing forward, and that's what we're doing, bro. So, but just a recap, because where we are at, we haven't really talked about it much. We have hit 1 million views on YouTube,
Great.
which is huge. We are monetized on Facebook, albeit very few pennies at this point.
Minute.
But you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
no, a lot of fun stuff coming up. We're hoping for this maybe a little business meeting coming up with some people to see where that goes. But no, it's really cool, and I'm really glad that we finally got you on, because
Happy to be here.
it's been a while. Obviously, Neil, you got to know Pam right from the time we met, really.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Yeah, fixture at all the soccer games. Got to know Neil, obviously, because we've been tight ever since. So Neil's become part of the family.
Third son.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Extra mother over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Well, I
you,
mean,
Pam.
you know, Mary's out in Arizona, so you know, it takes a village, and you know, it's been awesome actually. So here we are. You know, the musical journey. I always tell everyone that music wasn't a huge thing in our house. You know, growing up, from what I remember. You know, what I remember was me and Paul would be upstairs listening to our stuff, but it wasn't like, you know, music at dinner and cooking or you know, whatever.
No.
But we always did listen in the car. You know,
All
that was
the
always
trips.
all the trips we would go on, all the soccer tournaments and everything else,
Vacations.
vacations, bowling tournaments,
Yes, a lot of those.
and I do remember sometimes that I think you would actually have your music like on only the speakers up front, and then we'd be in the back of the old, you know, the big conversion van.
Right.
You know, before they got that bad connotation attached to them. But anyway, we'd be in the back with our boom boxes, they were called, listening to whatever.
Long time ago.
The one thing I do remember from those trips is listening to NWA in the back.
I do remember those.
But you never told us not to listen to anything. You always let us to listen to anything. Didn't matter the language or anything, because it was just music and what kids were listening to those days.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Well, I mean, you grew up, you know, they'll say in the 60s, right, when music really started changing and going in different directions.
Early 60s,
And
yes.
then, you know, you have the late 60s and then rock in the 70s. So what was that like for you back then? Like, I mean, I
Lot
think
of
about,
fun,
you
lot
would
of
have
fun.
been about, like, what, early teens when, like, the Beatles first came over and all that craze?
About 14, probably.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was a crazy, and of course I was in love with Paul McCartney.
So I feel like it was either Paul or John, right? It was the most, either you loved him.
Right, I think Paul was probably the one that most girls went nuts.
Really, back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then George, I think, was always probably my favorite. You know,
Really?
musician-wise, I liked his voice and some of the songs he sang on and wrote. I really liked. Ringo's kind of, you know, he's kind of the odd man.
I
out,
can't
right?
believe you just saw Ringo.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I know, and I
Absolutely.
mean, my first Beatle, probably my only one, right? I mean,
Well, Paul McCartney's playing in Canada.
I do know that, but
Yes.
it's a tough one to come across.
Yeah.
So, but no, that was super fun seeing Ringo. I couldn't believe that guy's 85 years old.
I know.
And I mean, he was running on and off the stage. And
I know. When I saw
Right.
that, I was so surprised.
I know.
Man.
And I mean, you're not a Ringo fan, you know what I mean? But seeing him was kind of amazing. And he actually got up and played in the drums on some songs, but the guy next to him was really,
Yeah.
but he's 85,
Right.
but he's still doing it.
Right.
No, that was cool. That was the best part about Bourbon Beyond is some of those acts they had there.
So actually, when they came to America, how old were they? I'd have to sit and figure that out. If he's 85,
So
I was like,
I did look back because you'd said you never saw them, but I'm like, they had to have played Detroit. So
they
I
did?
did look. They played 4 shows in Detroit. It was in '64 and '66 at Olympia,
yes, the old Olympia.
but only 2 days. So apparently they played 2 concerts each day to get to
Oh.
4. Is what I read, and I mean I didn't get too much into it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. But so you figure if he's 85, 64 to 61 years, he was 20. Ringo would have been 24 at the '64 show,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I think they were
Because
younger.
64 would be 61 years ago. If he's 80, but that was when they played Detroit in '64. They were
Right.
already
Yeah.
over in
Right,
England and everything else before that. So.
right, yeah.
And he also came in late. They had a different drummer before
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ringo. Yeah, was it Pete Best?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, not Georgie Best.
No, not not about that.
That would have been funny. Kicking the shit out of the drums.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But no, yeah, I
Well,
believe it was.
Ed Sullivan was their first.
Yeah, when they first came over
Right.
and everything. But yeah, Pete Best was the original drummer. I don't know the story or whatever, but then
Oh.
Ringo came in. So it was, I believe, and I could be wrong, but Paul, John, and George originally, and whatever. So they might have been a little bit younger. I think Paul might be a year or 2 younger than Ringo, actually.
I think he's like 82.
Okay. So yeah, he could have. So in that '64 show, he would have been more like 21 or something.
Yeah, they were young.
Absolutely,
They were
they were. So one before we get going, I got the day started with the soft parade. Thanks.
You
Shorts Brewing soft parade. Nice little buzz at 7.5. That's for sure. On a Sunday morning. So we are here Sunday. It's Lions football. I do have Jameer Gibbs in my lineup for the first time because I traded Pickles. I'm super excited about that, and I can keep him next year, Neil.
Yeah. And I actually picked up J.J. McCarthy.
Nice.
Vikings QB playing against the Lions.
So it gives
Not in
me.
that league, but a different league.
It's alright.
Said screw it, man.
Well, and you hope he has a great game. You just help the Lions have a better one.
Give me a touchdown and then maybe rush a touchdown, and I'll be happy.
I tell you what, throw the ball, hand it off to Ron too.
Yeah, Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason would be nice.
Ron.
Hey, Ron.
So, do you remember? Obviously, you remember. We'll get into some of your concerts and stuff, but a little story we talked about when Paul was on. So we went from the big ass van, and then remember they made the minivans.
Aerostar.
Yeah, the blue Aerosmith van. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had
Pam didn't remember that.
We had a tan one and a blue one.
No,
Ours
but
was
from
blue.
the DC sniper though. When that sheriff or whatever was, his name was Moose, I think, or whatever. Remember, he would come up and give the daily reports, and then all of a sudden they pinpointed that it was like an Aerostar van or something.
Yeah.
And the poor bastards out there goes Aerosmith van,
Oh,
and that's all I ever think about is Aerosmith when we talk about Aerostar. But no. Anyway, yes, the Aerostar, and it was the 3rd concert that I ever went to. It was Lou Reed at the Fox Theater. Gorgeous venue, absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, this is great.
And Lou Reed, who is in my Forever 5 and probably will always be in my Forever 5, played the Magic and Loss album in its entirety, which actually I liked because from a certain, I think it was Dirty Boulevard on, I actually bought every single Lou Reed CD. So all his new stuff I actually really liked. So seeing that, then he played a bunch of classics, whatever. But it was me, I believe it was Paul, and I think it was Stack, and I think it was D-Ho. The 4 of us went. And we took your van.
yes, of course.
Paul drove, who is the worst with directions ever. prior to that, me, Paul, and Dio already had a bad track record from when he told about a car
Yeah.
after a soccer practice. So we go there. I mean, no directions. I mean, no idea
No.
where we're going. I
No
was,
GPS, no cell phones.
I think I was 17, so Paul would have been probably 19 at the time. We stopped at the party store, and the 16-year-old went and bought the beer because Paul was scared. A 6-pack for 4 people.
I'm sure.
So we go there, park, go to the show, everything's awesome. We get out somehow. We drop stack full off, or stack off. And then we're in the sub, we're gonna drop D-Ho off because we all live in the sub, but we're in the
God.
sub.
I know.
And we're going down the street, and all of a sudden, I mean, it felt like you hit a tank. Well, there was a whole piece of concrete missing in the road, but someone had taken the barricades out. So it was like dark and whatever. 2 flat tires. It's like midnight. Well, happened to be right down, like 4 houses down from a bowling buddy, you know, Pam and Dave's friends. So we go and knock on their door like midnight. He comes and it pretty much saves the day. And we get home and he definitely vouched for it. He's like, it's not their fault, you know, blah, blah, blah. But oh my God, that was awful.
Yeah.
What was that call like? Or getting us getting what was that like for you?
One of many with the Aerostar.
I mean, you remember that? What was
Yes,
it
I
like?
do. Like, oh my God.
Because you were probably a nervous
Well,
wreck for us going down there,
Well, yeah, absolutely.
knowing especially we're horrible directions.
Yeah. But,
Thank goodness
Carl-
for D-Ho and the 16-year-old stack because they really know where they're going.
Carl, he vouched for you and made it very clear it wasn't your fault. And Lord knows I didn't know you had been drinking. So,
Well, actually, I mean, what, Paul, I know me and Paul probably had 1 beer, and then what, we probably shared one between the 4, so, and that was also, what, probably 7 o'clock, this was midnight.
yeah.
Come on now.
Anyways,
The
Once you
point
get-
of that story was that we had a 6-pack amongst 4 guys and thought that was just the greatest thing ever.
I'll tell you-
Like Bud Light too. It wasn't like, you know.
I'll tell you one thing, you learn a lot once they get older.
Well, yeah.
You hear all the stories, and boy, some I can't even tell you about here.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, New Orleans, we won't go there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, pretty much everyone knows. I posted about it. Yes, I went to jail in New Orleans for showing my ass on Bourbon Street. So we're gonna lay it out there. You brought it up, Pam. Let's talk about it.
That's a proud mom over there.
So, of course, he wasn't living at home at the time. He was living with his brother, and he calls his brother and says, I need you to
Well,
go to
Okay, how about I'll just tell it since I
Okay.
experienced it. But yes,
Okay.
thank you for bringing it up. No, but yes, I was arrested on Bourbon Street for showing my ass. Neil was there. Yeah, don't do that. What I learned was don't show your ass on Bourbon Street and don't pee in public. Because everyone that got arrested, that was 2 things you did. Or you were a murderer, or you were a big-time heroin dealer. So that's what I found out as I was processed, put in my orange jumpsuit, given my 2 bologna sandwiches, toothbrush, toothpaste, and okay. So go there. It's me and a couple other people. The other individuals didn't have their licenses. They were either robbed or some guy just didn't have one and made up a fake name. Me, I had everything in order. You know, so yes, they're like, all right, you get your 1 phone call Paul and tell them what's going on. I need $500, Western Union, as fast as possible. So then they process me, go in the back. There's me and like 20 other people, right? And they go, all right, get naked. So I'm standing there naked with about 20 other dudes. I'm at the end of the line, and they go down and, you know, not really do anything, but by the time they got to me, they're like, all right, get up, put on your orange jumpsuit. It says OPP inmate on the back for Orleans Parish Precinct. gave you all our kit, and then they get you in this little room before you go to the cell area. And that's where we're sitting. And this one guy, all of a sudden, you know, he's monkeying around like his sock or something. And he pulls out a roach, a joint. And a match. And he lights this as we're sitting here.
God.
And then proceeds to offer it.
Yeah.
Asked me if I'm like, no, I'm good. Because we were just strip searched. Where the fuck was this thing? Probably not his mouth because it lit.
Yeah.
It wasn't wet. So Lord only knows where this thing was at. I'm like, no, we're good. And then finally it goes open, and then you go where your assigned cell is. And it's one of those like round ones. I think Oz was like that, right? And then you had like the seats in the middle at the ground, with whatever. Everyone goes in, door shuts. So now I'm actually in prison in New Orleans.
Jail.
No, this is prison.
Oh.
No, it's just jail. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, so I did have a cellie, and he looked at me, I looked at him, and he goes, nothing I can do about it now, and he was sleeping within like 10 seconds. And I'm sitting there like, holy shit, I'm in jail. About a half hour later, they call my name, it opens up, and I come walking down, and I walk out the store, and those two people that didn't have their licenses are standing there. Same spot. We all look at me and go, where have you been? I go, I was in a cell. Where you guys been? Oh, we're just sitting in the little area, you know, when we first walked in, and, you know, hanging out, because they never processed who they actually were before their money came in. And by the time mine, I was processed so fast, and then when it came in, we all met, and then we took a cab back to Bourbon Street, and then me and Neil drove home. That's how it works. So then, fast forward, like, had to have been 6 years later or something, 5 years, I don't know. I get this class action lawsuit in the mail about illegal strip search and seizure in Orleans Parish Precinct. So I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I still to this day will fill out any one of these things that show up. If I get 25 cents, $25 or whatever. It's free money. I mean, what does it cost you? Nowadays, it's online. It doesn't even cost you a goddamn stamp. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then, you know, those things take forever.
Right.
And it's like a year and a half later, I get a check in the mail for almost like $1,200. So in the end, my ass actually made me $700. It cost me $500 to get out. About $1,200 or whatever. So yeah, I made money on my ass. But yes, you ended up finding the paperwork because I just handed it right to you to do my taxes or whatever. So she's reading through all my.
It was in with his tax stuff, and so I never said anything to him. And so then he was going to go out to Washington State, to Seattle, because his college buddy became a policeman there. So I took him out to the airport, and just as he's getting out, I says, "This time when you're out of town, pal, please don't try and get arrested." Oh yeah, he's a policeman, so he'll probably.
Yeah, I was on the right side of the law over there. That's for
and
sure.
that's the first that he knew. I knew about it.
So
I always knew.
But the funny thing, so I mean, just came home, not even really thinking that we actually had a court date.
Right.
Like, so Mardi Gras was weird. Remember? I mean, not weird, but like
Crazy.
you party forever. Fat Tuesday hat or whatever. It's what, Monday night at midnight, literally they just start cleaning the streets. Horses come through and they clean everything up and it closes down. Well, your court dates aren't until like Tuesday, like after all that's done.
Right.
And like, we gotta get the hell out of there. So we ended up getting people to represent in absentia. So they released our bonds, so they got the $500 that that we had given them, so it goes to whoever. So I did check. We are definitely 100% legit. So I can't wait to go back to New Orleans.
No.
This won't be for Mardi Gras. That shit's crazy. It's kind of gross.
Well,
dude.
the one thing is, the girls.
Have you ever been to New Orleans or no?
Yes.
You did?
Oh yes, went to New Orleans, and we were there, and I never saw a cemetery that everything was above ground.
Isn't that amazing?
So we went. Yeah, everyone's buried above ground.
Because they're below sea level.
So then we left to come home on a Saturday. The very next Saturday was Katrina.
No shit. I don't even remember that.
Oh my God, yes. And thank God we left the week before, or we would have been in that super.
Wow.
And my
We
girlfriend.
would have been in that super dope.
Right?
You
No,
with
but,
all those people.
well, especially because you're out of towners. Like, you would have had no other
That
place
was
to
terrible.
go.
Right.
No.
And my girlfriend, her father-in-law lived in New Orleans at the time, and they just never found him. I mean,
Seriously?
He got, oh yeah.
I don't even know who
And he
this
got
is.
washed. Terry Simmer.
Oh, okay.
And he just got washed away, and they never found him. And then the pictures on TV, all those above ground graves,
Oh,
it was all just floating in water.
I remember.
It was amazing. I
I
mean,
remember
just
that.
awful.
The devastation.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yes,
it
I was there. But you know
I
what?
forget, yeah, it's-
The thing is, you get arrested for showing your butt, but the girls can show
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know
their
what?
boobs,
So,
whatever, and
the-
nothing happens.
The main,
Nope.
so what
Not
it
fair.
was is the main problem, right? Is you have Bourbon Street, right?
Right,
Going like this. And then you have, you know, the off streets or whatever.
right.
I was here. So I was just off of Bourbon Street on like,
Oh, a
One-
side street like.
not far, but I
Right.
mean literally like 10 feet maybe. If you're here, fair game, pretty much. So, but yeah, as I was like getting ready to pull my, like I was in the process, I locked eyes with the cop, and I'm like, ah, it's too late. And then he like bear hugs me, like,
I'm sure.
I mean, just to make sure I wasn't gonna run or whatever. I'm like, dude, can I just pull up my pants? And then they paraded us like through a paddy wagon, like through the crowd. It was so embarrassing. Zip
Well,
tied.
We weren't there during Mardi Gras, but a week
No, I don't
before
think-
that, Katrina.
Right, but I'd like to go again, just not during Mardi Gras.
No,
you know, there's
Right, it was cool.
yeah,
Jeff
Lindsay and
just
Jeff
went.
just went.
Said it was a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's so
it's
much
cool.
cool stuff there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they went. Oh, they didn't go for the Jazz Fest, but they went the week before. But still.
I bet you there's still a lot going on getting ready for that.
Yeah.
That Jazz Fest goes on for like 3 weeks or something. Almost
Yeah,
like
great
a month, yeah. I'd like to go to Jazz Fest. Obviously not the whole time, but pick a time and just go for like 3-4 days or something.
I remember.
Not devoted even to all the music, just take
Yeah.
everything in.
I remember. I don't know how it is now. I guess I could ask Lindsay, but I remember it not smelling very good.
No, and I think part of that was exacerbated because of Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
'Cause if you remember-
Oh, it wasn't when I was there. It
No,
wasn't stinky.
and
No,
that-
okay.
one distinct memory I have besides seeing Rocky. That was so funny. I was completely trashed sitting up against the wall. I look over. It's Rocky, a dude that we went to UD with. And I had no idea who was there, never, I just happened to look over and he was like 5 feet from me. It was hilarious. But no, the one thing I remember was the trash. Remember, it was like they would just pile it up on the street corners.
Well, that would smell.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
And
Day
then,
after
oh,
day after
and
day.
there would just be like liquid around, which you don't know. Is it like garbage soup? Is it pee? It's just,
Oh,
Right.
and after like 3 days, it is. It's super gross.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's just no good way to manage it. I got it, man. You know,
And there wasn't, like, that's why people were getting arrested, because there's not like a bunch of porta potties around either.
Right.
So you're either going to a bar that people are waiting to get in the bar. You can't even go in the bar. So yeah, you're leaving outside.
or you have to buy something in the bar.
Yeah.
We had no money. Remember,
No.
and they were like $20 hurricanes just to go pee.
Right. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I remember, the nitrous balloons.
Yeah, that's
Remember
right.
that?
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
God, there was so. I mean, I don't know if nitrous balloons. They fill them up with nitrous oxide. You suck it.
And you make,
Yeah.
Yeah, you give them a little.
So they were doing it on. Don't do that.
Selling them for like a couple bucks.
No, they were $20 a balloon, but they're huge. They were 20.
Oh, maybe
They were $20. They were huge, and you would hear that noise where they blow them up, and like all of a sudden you just see like hundreds of people walking around balloons. Well, then cops would start converging.
oh,
Well, all these guys had like earpieces, and they would say, "All right, they're here," and then they would just abandon. And what they had was the trash cans on the wheels
oh
with
yeah.
the tanks in there, so it looked like they were doing trash.
Mhm.
And they would set up and just hurry up and do them. Cops would go and get them, and while they were doing that, they'd tell someone else, like
Oh my
way down
God.
over here. Then they would start up,
Oh my God.
And they would just keep going, and by the end, everyone had a damn balloon.
Yeah, and they made money.
Oh,
Especially at
Yeah,
20 bucks a pop.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like they were, this was a good investment.
absolutely. Those guys made a killing. And do you
And
remember?
then they just leave the tank, though.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
I mean, some of them, they might even emptied the bitch out before the
Right.
cops ever came,
Yeah,
too,
oh,
the
yeah.
way they were doing it.
They're fast workers.
But I just remember it was me, you, and V were sitting on that wall, and Benny. And we're just hanging out. I mean, because it's like anything else. I mean, you can only do so much. So you need breaks or sitting there or whatever. And all of a sudden, this person just falls off probably about an 8-foot wall, like they was sitting up there. But had a balloon, and all of a sudden, right in front of us. We're just all like, what the fuck's going on? So crazy, man. Fished out, yeah, for sure. So, yes, that's the New Orleans story. I think we probably now can put that one to bed.
Yeah.
So before we move on from that Aerostar van, though, probably the best story, and it was a clean one, no issues. But it was me. I was a senior in high school. It was a Saturday night, I believe.
I might be learning this for the first time.
No, well, we talked about Paul's, and so I think you've listened to every single episode, haven't you?
Pretty much. Oh. It was
Except
with
for-
Paul.
Yeah, it was with Paul we talked about. Yeah, so me and the high school buddy, we were seniors, drove to Eastern. We picked up Paul, and it was Toby, and Jay, and I mean, we had, I think Martin was there.
Oh,
So,
Matt.
yeah, we had like 7 people in the Aerostar. And I just remember they were drinking like a shit ton. They had a half gallon of vodka, is what it was. And I mean, it's not a long drive from Eastern to Western, is really what it was with that Wing Stadium. And it was Rollins Band opened up for Beastie Boys. First time I ever seen Beastie Boys when I was 17. And I was so excited. We all were driving there. And we get there, we park, and the last thing we get there, we park, show's amazing, drive back, no issues. Last thing I said, we go in. I mean, by this point, it's probably like 3 in the morning. By the time everyone's in the car, you drive back, whatever, I'm like, just make sure you clean everything out. It's, Mom, Dad, I had to leave early to go to Mr. Musters for work, because I would work every Sunday from like 8 to 8, or whatever it was. So I had to be to work by 8 after going to see the Beastie Boys, mind you, which is amazing. Me and Mike go out to the car, open up the back. Straight in the back in a brown paper bag, an empty half gallon of vodka. The only thing that, everything else is cleaned out. They did everything except for that part. But no, that was a cool show. Those guys are awesome. I remember going to see them when they lived there. It was definitely fun.
We sold the Aerostar.
We sold it for a profit, probably. With all those memories in there,
Right.
Yeah.
with so many soccer trips, over the years, which you guys obviously supported 100%. Couldn't have been more grateful for that. And going all the way through college too, that was nice. You got to see so many of those games throughout the years, and that's where you met Neil and so many other guys that we still talk to today. With Keith and Tim and Pickles, which. Pickles forever.
Yeah, my freshman year, when I first started at UD, that was, you were talking about it earlier, I was going to say it, but I'll say it now. I loved it, because we're in college now, I'm 18, you're a freshman, turned 18, and I remember playing games, and I always just remember Pam and Dave, you guys are always in the dorm room, and we would, after games, we're going to go drink, and I'm like, what? I didn't have no idea. Like, my mom and dad are up there. I think maybe even a couple other
guys.
guys
A couple
up there.
beers before they take off.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple beers over there. I'm like, hell yeah, this is sweet.
Well, the big T would always be
Oh,
there,
yeah,
which
big
is
T,
awesome.
your
dad would
and
always be there.
I think you guys might even brought the beer, I don't know.
Not until we were 21.
Yeah,
I can guarantee that with Pam.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just...
I remember, actually, I even remember a time, years and years ago, where... you wouldn't let me have a wine cooler because I wasn't 19, even though I was in college.
At the house.
At the house, yeah.
yeah.
But, whatever. Yeah, she was very strict about not the underage, until of course, Christmas whiskey sour night with your brother, Uncle John.
Yeah. I'm gonna get his recipe for you.
Yes, yes, that is actually some good news for us. We are pushing along with a cookbook here too, dudes. We got something cooking over here. Some more to come on that, but that's all we're gonna say for now.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
On
Another
a need-to-know
thing,
basis.
you know what? We've had a couple Ben Harper song reference, Below Sea Level and Need to Know Basis. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna put those on the playlist.
Might as well.
So before again, we want to get into some of your musical stuff you've gone to, your concerts, and everything else. But you actually came up with a new bit we're going to try today.
And that is.
The trivia question.
Oh, yes, the trivia.
Yes, we're sitting in the green room, and Pam said, "You know what?" And I love her because she's always looking for ways to try to market us. I mean, she's even drinking her White Claw out of the fancy Two
My
Dudes.
Two Dudes mug.
Yep.
Coffee every morning in it.
And working on her left-hand strength so you can see the logo. Normally she's a right-hander.
Yeah, a little awkward.
But no, she said, you know, maybe have like a trivia question, try to do like an interactive thing with the supporters and everything out there. So at the end, I think I wrote one down. Neil and Pam don't even know what the question is, but we're gonna let Pam read it at the end. Not
Okay,
right now.
and then.
And if it's something that takes off and does well, we'll continue to kind of have it as a feature. Kind of like our Forever 5, which grew from actually Ryan Maxey being on the show, season 1, episode 4. What up, Ryan?
However, and are they going to call or text
Well,
you?
you know what? I'm not real sure how it's going to go from here, but
Oh.
you'll read the question. Obviously, I know the answer. Neil, how about for now, you'll just say, I got it, or whisper it, or who knows. But we'll figure it out, because I don't want to just kind of give it up, because it would be kind of fun to throw it out there, maybe do a little clip from the show, put it out as a story or something.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good idea. Look at you. Very creative. You're always very creative. The engineering mind without the degree.
You know what? I have been told that.
Got it
I can
somewhere.
usually figure out, construction stuff and that very well.
Yeah.
I'm the one that did everything at my house.
I know. And
I even built a wall.
you actually taught me most of what I do,
Right.
like for handiwork, which
Oh,
I know your father taught you, or at
Oh,
least
my
you
dad.
gained through
Oh,
him, and
my
then
dad.
your brothers Dave
My
and
dad.
John have always been like amazing and
But-
showed me so much stuff. over the years.
Actually, one time Paul needed to put a new toilet in. And guess what? He called me to come help him. Cal he replumbed his kitchen sink at the old house. And on my way to work, in
You
my
soldered.
uniform, I had to go over there and show him how to solder.
No, she didn't
Like-
show me how. She actually ended up doing it because I could never get. I couldn't. You're like, oh, it just sucks right in there. I'm like, it's not sucking.
So I
So yeah, she was in her work uniform.
So I had to replumb his kitchen sink. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, a lot of stuff. Absolutely
Anyways,
amazing.
I think the trivia thing would add a little something, and
Little
maybe,
flair.
maybe down the
Spice.
road, the first one that answers correctly might get a prize.
Well, and that's coming from our merchandise director, Pam.
That would be me,
So
merchandise manager.
yeah, well, yeah, manager. We'll see about the director title in due time. But no, first actually probably kind of employee on staff who's unpaid. She's going to help us with some of our merch stuff that's coming in. We did get our first delivery in, and I do know that it made it to Alicia and Jake.
And where do they live?
British Columbia, Canada, actually.
See?
When I first got T-shirts, right, because we always get T-shirts, tell the guests. I do have one inside, an updated one for you. Alicia actually said, do you have hats? And I said, well, not yet. We're still kind of figuring stuff out. And hell, at that point, I don't even know if we keep doing it much longer, So once we started getting more, I sent them a little gift basket. And, yeah, they had a rough weekend, though, because apparently someone with a wild car drove and hit all 3 of their cars and a shed or something. So, yeah, hopefully everything's working out for them.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, crazy, you know, how stuff like that happens. But that just happened to an old friend of ours from high school. Like, the car was driving down the street on their sub and hit like 6, 7 cars, well, you know, wasted. Just, after one, do you just keep doing it?
Well,
You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I knew, but like, you're like, fuck it, it's kind of fun. Like that dude in the tank in San Diego back years ago. He
Dodging
was running
cars.
shit over.
Dodging cars.
Yeah, exactly. That would be. I think doing the crash up derby would be fun. You know, try that once, wouldn't it?
yeah.
If it was just like normal people like us and not people that know what they're doing,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, it would be fun. I would. Yeah.
I'd sign up for it.
I'd make sure I was really strapped in there. That.
Oh yeah,
Barricade.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Safety first.
Yeah, safety first.
So, Pam,
What?
do you remember what your first concert was? Let's start there.
Oh, my very first one. Oh, well, it actually wasn't a concert. We went to Las Vegas.
Okay.
This is probably the late 60s. And we went, paid $5
Wow.
because it was just a lounge show. Not like just a lounge show.
So like,
And we went.
not the main area. You
Oh,
go into like
no.
a little bar area and just
Yeah.
kind of the guys singing while people are.
Yeah. And we went there and it was Kenny Rogers.
No shit.
Nope.
So like
that's
him
how
just like
old-
starting out, like well,
Yeah, he
late
wasn't-
60s. Wow.
He wasn't real big yet.
Hmm.
So we saw him, and so then we're leaving, and we go out to the taxi cab stand, waiting to get a taxi, go back to a hotel. Who's standing next to us? Kenny Rogers, waiting for a taxi.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
So it was like way before.
Yeah, this
he
is before
became.
Kenny.
Yeah, he didn't even have
Oh.
a limo or driver or
Oh,
anything like
yeah,
that. Just
no. He was
he's
waiting for a cab just like
he's
us.
grinding it out still.
So
So did
we're
you talk to him? You
Oh
did?
yeah.
Oh really?
Till the cabs came.
No
You
shit.
know, we stood there, very friendly, nice. Still liked his music. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah. Kenny's
well,
great.
that duet with Dolly Parton was Islands in the Stream, whatever they do. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Those two for
Yeah.
sure.
But he was the very first one.
But let's not forget about his chicken. It was immortalized in the Seinfeld episode. Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Oh.
Kramer.
And then that time we also saw, not a singer, but we saw Buddy Hackett.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
He was funny.
He came out on stage in his white boxer shorts. And, yeah, he was really a good show.
You know, that's something that we don't really talk about. You know, is like comedians, like live shows or whatever. But I mean, I've been to a handful of them, and I tell you what, those are some of the funnest nights.
Oh yeah, he was good. And he always had that crooked mouth.
Yes.
I don't know if he just pretended that or if it was real, like
Right.
how his mouth was.
See, I remember all
always.
this stuff. I mean, it was like a sponge absorbing all that, like that you guys would talk about, or the TV, almost like the pop culture of all that time,
Yep.
you know, and everything.
So that was the very first Kenny Rogers. That really wasn't a concert; it was just him on.
Well, I
the
mean,
show.
but he's up there singing, you know, that constitutes.
good.
So that was. I mean, you're late teens, 20-ish around then.
Oh no, I was.
Well, if it was late 60s.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, so you never saw
Like
anything
20.
really before then that you remember?
No. We didn't go to concerts.
Yes.
Like the Beatles were really popular, and of course I was in love with Paul McCartney.
No.
And
So, but during that, like when all those bands started coming, and then you had the Motown, like was there like tours? Would they just do like little shows at some of the venues? Like how did it work back? Or you don't even really remember?
No, I
I was
don't
kind of too young. Or,
yeah, I was too young,
Yeah.
and we didn't go to concerts.
I just don't feel like they were the same type of thing back then. There wasn't tours or something. They would maybe play in a city as part of a little thing, or you know, I don't know. It just seems.
Yeah, no.
And plus, there wasn't the. I
We
mean,
were-
you had radio. You didn't even have. Half people probably didn't have TVs. Some didn't even have TVs at the time. You definitely didn't have everything else to really broadcast.
Yeah, we didn't have.
so-
We had a TV, but we didn't get a color TV until the '68 World Series.
Wow. Oh, for the
1968
Tigers.
for
Oh,
the
that's
Tigers
awesome.
in the World Series. And I even had tickets for it. I was, I think, 19. I was like 19, and went. It was a draft. If he wanted tickets for it. And so I entered the draft, and my brothers did, my dad, everyone entered it. And
Wait. So is this where Uncle Dave's getting everyone to enter the Masters lottery started?
Right.
No, so I got the tickets, but I couldn't go because like a couple of days before that, I had my tonsils out, and so I couldn't go. And my brothers, one was a year older, one was 2 years younger, and boy, did they treat me like gold. Pam, would you like some ice cream? I'll run up to the store and get some ice cream because they wanted my tickets.
Yeah.
But I did give them to them, and they went, and they still remember that game. But the Tigers lost.
But both of them went together because you won.
They
You
went
got
to- I
two or
gave them
whatever.
two.
That's awesome.
And I gave them to them, and they went to the World Series, and the Tigers won that year, but
They did.
they
They
went
won
to
it.
the game,
And they lost.
and they lost.
That's still awesome they went. And that actually reminds me of a time, like back for Christmas sometimes, I remember like Paul asked for hockey tickets, Red Wings tickets. And when the game finally came, he was sick and couldn't go. So I ended up going to the game.
Oh, I don't
But-
remember that.
No, and it wasn't, I mean, of course he felt bad, but that was the first hockey game I had ever gone to.
Mhm.
Hockey games are fun as hell to go to, man.
Oh,
I haven't been to one in so long.
the very first Lions game I went to,
Oh, again, go.
I was 21 years
Lions are on. Sorry, Lions are on today.
Yes.
The Lions, 25 minutes.
I was 21, very first Lions game at Silverdome, I believe. Where would I have been?
If I think the story you're gonna say, I don't think it was at the Silver.
Okay, I don't
It was
remember
before
where
that
it was.
time.
And
I don't
the
remember.
one and only Lions game, and sad to say, but Chuck Hughes died on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Chuck
Was
Hughes.
the only person that actually did die.
No, I do
on the
remember.
field.
I will always remember that story. You telling that. Yes, it was definitely before the Silver Dome era. I don't remember where they used to play before then, to be honest.
I
It
don't
might have even been Tiger Stadium. They did play at Tiger Stadium, I thought,
It
for a
probably
period.
was.
Who
I
knows?
don't know. Anyways,
So that's awesome that your first was Kenny Rogers. I mean, Jesus.
yes.
Nothing like getting your cherry pop with Kenny, huh?
Yeah.
No, so you also had since we're here, you had another run-in with someone pretty famous, and that was
Tina?
actually, yes, the lead-in song. That's why I picked that.
Yes. We were down in Cincinnati.
Probably at the Hoinky.
Yes.
Were you at the Hoinky?
No, the Peters. Yeah. I don't.
I thought the Hoinky
In
was always in
Cincinnati.
Cincy. Yeah,
Cincy, yes.
I will say, I liked Cincinnati.
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought they
it
always
was
had
nice.
a really nice
Oh.
downtown. You got the river.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
nice.
Yeah.
And so we pulled into
Shout
the
out, Keith.
hotel, and I mean, it never even entered our heads. But in the parking lot was this humongous bus, Rock and Roll Express. Okay, so we go in, check in, and we're going down the hallway, and we walk past this lady. And after we get past her, Dave says, "That was Tina Turner." He goes, "Get out of here." So I follow her, and we go to the elevator, and she's talking. We're going down, still talking. Okay, it was so nice talking to you. Bye, Tina. And she goes out and gets on her bus. That's whose bus it was. So I've always loved her songs.
Yes.
So she's probably
She
one of my
was-
most favorite.
I mean, I said earlier, like, some of those singers back then were so good because they had none of the fancy equipment.
Oh.
They just went out and belted it out. She was
Yeah.
one of those.
And she got to be older, and she still had that energy.
Oh, my
I mean,
God. Those,
I loved
the,
her.
like the little fringy dresses, and she's up there dancing.
Yeah, she was good.
Well, and like just in the Motown. I mean, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to the Motown Museum?
Actually, no.
Neither have I. We should
No,
go.
We should go.
We should definitely
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
I've been talking about that with a friend of mine about going.
And I never saw that.
I don't. I've never
in
even driven
person.
by it, to be honest. Have you guys seen
I
it?
have
No.
seen it. Yes, I have
You
seen
did?
it. the outside
Oh, I
is.
mean, I've seen it.
No, I
A
haven't.
long time ago.
No, I literally have not even seen it. I don't even know where it is.
Just because I was lost on top.
That would be why I would find it too.
Right?
I ended up having to go to Canada one time because I missed, like, if you don't turn or, get off
Oh.
here, you're going.
Yep.
The whole family. We had to go to Canada and move the car. It was
tell
the
you.
5th degree. Oh my God, so embarrassing.
Talk about getting lost and crazy. This has nothing to do
It doesn't matter.
But we were going to New York. So we're driving and punch in the address. Well, the address was punched in, instead of street, it was punched in drive. So we're following, navigation, and we crossed the bridge, paid $25, crossed the bridge. Now it's midnight. We're driving around.
Wait, what? So you were in New York. Do you remember what bridge it was? Like, where were you
Well,
actually? 'Cause New York City?
Yeah. Well, we didn't know where we were. So then we're driving around, and this address is somebody's house. And we thought, wow. So we're driving, and this is when GPS is first coming out,
Mhm.
right? So it's a man's walking his dog in the middle of the night. I don't know why. And we stop and we say, "Where are we?" "Well, you're on Long Island." "What?" He said, "You came over the bridge?" "Yeah." "Oh my God."
So you went and, knocked on the dude's house?
No, he was walking his dog.
Oh,
And
okay.
we stopped.
I'm sorry.
And so now we have paid $25 to go back across the bridge and find out at 1 o'clock in the morning now in New York, the expressway's bumper to bumper.
Oh, yeah.
It was awful.
I've never
So
been
talk
to-
about getting lost, $50 worth of getting lost.
I've never been to New York. Have you been? Like New
No.
York City or anything?
Don't have any interest in it.
Oh,
I totally have an
yes.
interest. I definitely have interest.
Interesting.
Just, it was just fun. You know, like,
It's fine, but you want to go.
no, absolutely. We're cool like that.
It was interesting.
You know, right? Like,
Oh.
no, like, it's funny though. Like places where some people are like, oh, I want to go there so bad, and they're like Japan's always been one for me. Like, I think I've one where I kind of want to go now, but like, it never interested me. Before. There's so many other places to go. You know.
So that was our getting lost.
Yeah. So we had, wow, that's a couple of huge meetings. So some of the other, we were talking about some of the other shows you went to. You saw Neil Diamond, right?
Yes, Neil Diamond.
Which is
He
obviously
he
a
was one of my
classic.
favorite. Also.
I still have Sweet Caroline on my playlist. I love that song. So, and plus you go to the Wings game, right? Isn't that where they usually play it too? I think.
Oh, well, they play it.
But I think a lot of sports stuff, right?
And he was, went and saw him at Michigan State.
Okay.
Probably the 1970,
Sure.
71.
You're old. It
something
don't
like
matter, man.
Right.
You're not going to pinpoint it, but
that. Yeah.
decade's
It's hard to
good.
remember.
Decade's good.
Yeah. Well, actually, the truth is, I have been alive in 9 decades.
Right.
9 different decades. Anyways, so, but then I was thinking, and I looked it up. He played at Pine Knob, like, for 6 straight nights.
Yeah, you pulled up that database. I love that one.
Yeah.
Like
And
literally every
he
show they ever
played-
play. So that is like in today. That's mind-boggling, right? Like,
Oh,
imagine
the
Pine
same-
Knob is almost like a 6 to 8 night residency for one band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
was
huge
very-
he
Yeah, he
was.
was huge. I think he's been huge.
I think the
whole
biggest,
time.
like, one I could compare. I think Lollapalooza maybe '94. I think they might have had 4 days at Pine Knob. They had 3 for sure, but they might have had 4. And like,
I forget
you don't
exactly.
hear like that anymore.
No.
Like nothing crazy like that.
When I saw that, I thought, oh my God, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's
You know,
huge.
so many
Like that's how
things.
big he was.
And then several at Michigan State. It was amazing. And yeah, I certainly liked him
You saw Chicago a couple times.
a couple times.
Did you ever see him in Chicago?
No, always Pine Knob.
I know.
Yeah, Pine Knob.
So it was Pine Knob back then, obviously. You did, I think, go to one of the DTE shows, though. Like, if you remember when Pine Knob, the DTE, that was
Yeah,
back to
no.
Pine Knob. Was it DTE where you saw Backstreet Boys and Destiny's
No.
Child, or was it Silverdome? We don't really remember, but you saw Backstreet Boys
Oh,
and
yeah.
Destiny's Child opening up.
Destiny's Child opened up for the Backstreet Boys.
And like you're like, oh, I haven't really seen anything ever cool. I'm like, there's not that many people that actually saw Destiny's Child live. I don't think.
Right.
Like they,
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah,
you think
this
about
was-
it, they were more of a, they were a pretty small window until Beyonce just took off
Yeah.
on her own.
I think that was maybe around like 1971.
No, Beyonce,
No.
2000. No, we're talking about the Beyonce Backstreet Boys at this point.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Destiny's Child.
Yes, with my girlfriend and two ladies she worked with, and we're lost.
We're figuring it's either late 90s, but I think it might have been 2001. We
Yeah.
kind of pinpointed. But like Destiny's Child, like, do you remember Beyonce singing and like
Oh yeah.
the whole
Oh
show
yeah.
and everything? Like
Yeah, it was. And I did like the Backstreet Boys.
I have no problem with the Backstreet Boys.
No.
They have a lot of good songs.
You know, some people when
I'm
I
not-
told
I mean-
them I was going to see Backstreet
I-
Boys, they just laughed.
Well, you brought up
'Cause we
Justin
were
Bieber.
older.
Justin Bieber has some bangers, dude. I
Yes,
mean, if
and
you
I
can't
have-
listen and like appreciate it and like be like, oh yeah, I like one song, like that's okay too.
Yeah, I have Justin Bieber on my playlist at home.
I do too.
Couple
But-
songs.
So for me, like your Destiny's Child, Beyonce, she is an incredible singer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so do you think it was DT that you saw him, or was it Silverdome? I think it might have been DT, which is probably not.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, I saw Rihanna there
Oh,
years ago at DT or Pine Knob, and oh my god, amazing! Like hearing those types of people that have those voices, Rihanna, Beyonce, and then add it. For me, Pine Knob's one of the best places for sound. You know what I mean? Like for an amphitheater and like, it's just amazing to hear those people sing like that.
yeah. Unlike you, we didn't camp out there.
No, and also know that unlike you or me, they can sing very well, and we
Oh, yeah.
cannot.
Oh no,
We cannot.
I can't sing at all.
I've never sang out loud for anyone in my life.
I haven't either.
Either. Like
And when
ever.
if I go on a road trip by myself, like up north or wherever,
I lip sing.
Oh,
Lips- no.
not me.
If I'm driving by myself, I sing out loud.
I'm singing
Oh, yes.
away like crazy.
But if like in a crowd, if I have to, I'm lip syncing.
Oh yeah, me too.
I barely
don't
even
like-
ever sing Happy Birthday. Like I can't stand hearing. I don't like hearing my voice even on this. That's why I don't ever.
I have
do it.
practiced Happy Birthday, so I can sing that and not be terrible. But
I
that's just,
can practice.
but that's
No,
the only
but
thing I
now
can
we
sing.
are actually amongst one of the best vocal people that I know because he was the 8th grade student of the month for his choir twice.
Oh my gosh!
Voice of an
I've
angel.
never heard you sing.
Right?
Yeah, I have a pretty good voice.
Wow.
Not right now. I'm a little stuffed up right now.
No, we're not going to put you on the spot now.
No, but
That's all
privately
right.
you can sing for me sometime.
You can sing
Yeah.
for me sometime. All right, so that is, it's funny because, like I said, I don't ever remember like growing up, like just music in the house. Obviously, we all kind of probably listened to our own stuff. We all listened in the car when we were together. But I did like hearing about your shows and kind of stuff you did, because we never really talk about stuff like that, or music and stuff. But so kind of going into the next phase here, you're Forever 5. So obviously I just want to make sure we're clear. You're on a deserted island. You have your phone. You have Spotify or whatever music kind of thing you listen to, your playlist. And you only have 5 artists, bands, singers, whatever that you can have while you're on this deserted island. Do you have a list?
I have some that I would
Consider. Well, you know what?
wouldn't mind spending time with.
All right, and you know what? Before we get into it, let's just make clear. So we have the Forever 5. That was Ryan Maxey. He coined the name. We've gone with it. And then we had Justin Dunkel, who came up with the second line, right? So you have your Forever 5, and then you have those ones that are just like right there, but they're not quite. I'm not looking for all of them, but that's what your list really becomes. Like, these are the bands that I just really love right now, and it can change. So where you at?
Well, first one would be Tina Turner.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she's got a lot of energy
Well, just great songs.
and entertaining.
You know, and I will never forget seeing her in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
And another one that I do really like is, I like Louis Capaldi.
Okay, nice.
I like him.
So I think I told you, I just saw a thing the other day. He actually has Tourette's, Louis
I
Capaldi.
didn't know that.
And the only reason I even knew is because it was like he was in concert and started having like a tick or whatever at one point in the song, and the crowd kind of took over, finished it off while he kind of got through it, and then he picked back up, and it was kind of cool to see. Because actually, I do know someone that I'm very good friends with that does have Tourette's.
Yes,
You know,
I do.
back when it wasn't a thing that anyone even really knew about. You know, so.
Right.
And it is. And no, that's cool. And actually, he's really good. Good singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm. So what else you got?
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, nice.
I like him.
I do like Ed Sheeran. And amazing songwriter. Because you know what? He has wrote songs for Bieber. He's wrote songs for One Direction. I mean, he's known. You know what? He's kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna. Don't. You know, whatever. But like the Prince, the new Prince.
Mhm.
Remember how many songs Prince had that he could have just sang and killed it with, but he would give them to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I heard the other day? I could be wrong on the actual song. I believe it was Manic Monday by the Bangles. That's a Prince written song.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God. I
And if it's not
remember that
Manic
song.
Monday, then it's one of the other Bangles super famous. But he wrote it and was like, here, you do it.
Who was the chick in that?
Susanna Hoffs was the lead singer and guitarist.
That one.
But he also wrote Nothing Compares to You that
Oh.
he gave to Sinead O'Connor. That's his song.
Oh,
And
really?
there is like song, you know, you can find, you know, a song or video of him singing it.
You know who else wrote a lot of songs for people before he even really started himself? Because he got tired of writing for everyone else, so he thought, you know what, I'm going to be singing. Because he was struggling as a singer. Chris Christopherson.
Excuse me.
I used to like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that.
He used to write songs for, everybody.
Uh-huh. You know, but that's interesting because in the end, those are the people that make all the money. I mean, to be honest, you know what I mean? Like
And
the
then he started
songwriters.
singing his own songs, and anyways,
No, that is actually very interesting. Who else you got?
Passenger.
All right, so I want to touch on Passenger because you told me this one earlier, and I don't want to say floored, but I'm like, wait, Passenger? Because I have Passenger on my playlist,
Yeah, that's how.
which
my
was kind of
playlist-
funny because
Yeah.
not that I would ever.
Like your old mother. Your
Well,
old
no.
lady mom had the
No,
same
I would
person.
envision our playlist would probably have a lot of songs, but Passenger just wouldn't have been one of them.
Ah,
Because for me, it's almost like an obscure. I only have a few songs by him. You know what I mean?
Right. But the songs I like the ones. So.
What is we're both horrible song names. Is it never gonna? What is the song? The one?
Passenger.
Yeah. What is the
Oh.
main song that we
Let
both?
It-
Let her go. That's right. Let her
is
go.
one.
Yeah. No, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like I heard it on the radio. Like, so Matt 107.1 in Ann Arbor. It's been always great music forever. I want to say that was the first time I heard Passenger was on that station.
Oh.
That song, Let Her Go, and I'm like, what? Really like the song, like the lyrics and everything. And I'm not a huge lyric person anyway, but he has a very unique voice.
Yeah, I like him.
And I'm a huge unique voice person. Billy Corgan, Les Claypool. You know what I mean? Like those people that kind of have that whatever. And I've always liked him. And that kind of did for me. That Pam's like, Passenger? I don't know. Losing My Religion cover he does, which may not be everyone's gig, but it's all right.
Okay. I mean, I don't have her on my list, but I do like Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Good job on the pronunciation because you're horrible with names.
I know.
Gaga.
Well, that's.
Well, you've said Gaga before. Don't act like you've never said Gaga.
Yeah, I have that on my playlist at home.
Yeah.
And.
All right, so we got Tina Turner, Lewis Capaldi, Passenger. Who else we got?
Oh, I already told you Ed Sheeran.
Mm-hmm.
I already told you him.
Yep, I do have him over there. Just wasn't.
Actually, on my playlist, I know this is more than 5, but
That's all right.
I can have more than 5 on there.
Well, because you have your, you have your second line, too.
Yeah.
So you can have up to 10.
And they
Pam,
can-
and you know what? The rules don't fucking apply to you.
They can join us on the island. I don't care.
Absolutely.
I don't
Um,
care.
Maybe they're just on a
Yeah.
boat just off the island, waiting
Yeah.
to see if they can make it on.
They're treading water.
All right.
So Justin Bieber, I have him on my playlist. He was kind of a jerk in his young days, but a lot of people are.
You know what? But imagine being like literally
So-
16 and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're just,
It's-
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that is,
Yeah, I forgive him.
no, and
I
yeah,
like
it's just,
him.
it's amazing what they go through at that age. I, to be honest, I mean, not that, no comparison, but even like with the soccer thing, like,
Yeah, it's rough.
it was like you're so good and like whatever and this and that, and all of a sudden, like, it's just kind of weird. I mean, and imagine like a 1,000,000 times worse than that with like him at 16. It's just nuts.
I forget the song that I really like. I'm terrible with
Baby,
names.
baby.
Huh?
I don't know.
No, I don't remember.
It's all right. We're not ever going to remember right now.
Yeah. Oh, and then too, I've always liked Eric.
Who?
Eric. Clapton.
Eric Clapton, yeah.
Clapton.
He is.
Yeah. I pronounce that wrong all the time. So Cal made me say it so I could pronounce it wrong.
I was giving you every chance.
I know.
It's all right, but Eric Clapton, yeah, he
Yes,
is.
I've
And
liked
actually,
him forever. I
he-
liked him forever.
yeah, we just had Neil's buddy Craig on yesterday. Even Clapton was one of his forever faves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loves coffee.
Well, he's a guitar guy. So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
and
I just like
well, what he explained was he loved Eddie Van Halen because that's who was super awesome when he was kind of getting into it. But then looked into like who was Eddie Van Halen's kind of inspirations and Clapton, and then all
Eric
right,
Clapton.
from Clapton from there, and just
Clapton.
and seeing the progression with all that. No, he is. I've never been a huge Clapton fan, to be honest, but I appreciate him. So many good songs. His Unplugged is one of the best. Unplugged on MTV was one of the best things they ever did.
Mm-hmm.
With all those great shows. And you mentioned that was right after his son had passed from falling out of that window or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely he's
If
been
I
around.
See You in Heaven, he made that song.
Isn't
I
it
See You in Heaven,
isn't
right
it
after.
Tears in Heaven?
Tears in
Isn't
Heaven.
it Tears in Heaven? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Tears in heaven.
It's okay.
yeah.
But God, that's gold right there, isn't it? See you in heaven. It's comic gold right there.
Shut up.
Just kidding. All right, who else you got there?
That was all. I mean, that's how more than
Okay.
5. Heaven
No, I was
sakes.
just wondering. You said you might have more, so here we are.
Well, that is more than 5.
All right, so that does bring us to our newest thing we're gonna do. This trivia thing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
Do I have
Put
to
on
know
your
the
readers.
answer? Do I have to know the
no,
answer?
you're just reading. No, this is.
Oh, I have to read it.
This is your thing that we're gonna see if it works. So you're reading the question.
Hey, wait a minute. If this trivia question sucks, he says
It has
it's
nothing
my
to do with you.
thing, but I'm not.
I
the one
wrote
that
it.
did.
Oh, so to be clear,
Okay.
for those that maybe picked up late in the show, like what, the 5 people out there. Anyway, so as we were waiting in the green room, like we always do, hang out, and Pam said, you guys should do a trivia question that you read out, and somehow, we're not going to answer it. So we're just going to read it out and kind of leave it open for the supporters, and I'll just cut that piece out, put it out there, and we'll just have fun with it
Right.
and see where it goes. So this is the first go at it.
And
I
down
wrote
the
the
road.
question. Pam and Neil have no idea what the question is. So here we go. but that's your
Oh
birthday
my-
gift.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I'm starting to cry. Mom.
Do you want me to read it, or are you going to be able to?
No, I have to read it. And I do still think the trivia question's a good idea.
I do too.
Mom, I am taking you to Sir Paul McCartney in Hamilton, Ontario on November 21st. Happy birthday, Cam. So now I'm going to Paul McCartney.
Yes, you are. So
Oh my
less
God.
than 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yep, you better not be busy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you don't got plans.
But Neil, you might have to watch Phoebe. Oh my,
So
that
yes,
is no trip.
we are going to see Paul McCartney in Hamilton, November 21st. It's going to be a whirlwind for me, because I have Blonde Show on the 20th and Trey Anastasia on the 22nd, but it's going to work
Where
out
are those
perfect.
at?
Both in Detroit. It don't matter.
Oh my
It's a
God.
once in a lifetime.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to see the last 2 remaining Beatles. You're going to see Paul, who obviously you said earlier today was your favorite.
Oh, well, of course.
Which I already
I think
knew.
most people want.
And yes,
most
I've been
girls.
thinking about it for a while, but yes, just was able to make sure to make it happen a couple days ago. So happy birthday!
Oh my goodness. I'm so
And with that,
Mm-hmm.
we are out of here. Thank you for joining us. We are going to think about this trivia thing because I do think it's a good idea. Check us out on our socials. Mom, thank you for joining us
Oh,
today.
it's fun.
This has been absolute fun. I wanted to have you on without this anyway, but I'm glad you joined us today. And normally, I am horrible with the send-out song.
Exit, yeah.
I mean, because you know you're at the end, you're just excited. But I figured we at least better have something to go out to. So today's episode is brought to you by Bell's Hop Slam. There's nothing like getting Hop Slam. Short, soft parade. We got some 2 Hardens. We got some awesome Canadian beers that our supporters sent us. Pam's been drinking some of the Claws. And we're going out with Paul McCartney, Band on the Run.
Oh my, I can't believe it.
Cheers.